Hi guys, it's Nancy Lynn from Sew Euphoria. I'm here today, and today is Monday, and we're going to do miniatures today. Little mini projects that I've been working on to put into the journals. We have these little booklets that are very tiny, and they have here, and these came from G. Kerr. She does a Friday freebie if you belong to her website, which is Crafting is Happiness. And the downloads for this time were Happiness is Crafting. And so this is the little download, and you cut it out and then you put it all together, and we'll go through that one. And now the other ones, these little chubbier ones, are from My Porch Prints, and I love these. I started getting them at Christmas time to put in my Christmas journals, and I just love these little minis. And those come in. Now the book covers you want to put on cardstock. Now when I printed them, I thought mine didn't, so I just glued some cardstock and then add some purple on the back of the book. You don't need that because it already covers itself. And then your pages inside come on these little pages like this, and this is one booklet and this is another booklet. And that's from My Porch Prints. Now, I have found a couple of little things when you're using these. When you cut them out, you know, cut the top and the bottom right along the edges. Notice I'm leaving the thing on the, because with these you're going to cut these out straight across. And I'm leaving the end tabs on there. I just found it's easier to glue them together that way. And I've also found when you're folding these, and there's little fold lines, but I find it easier if you fold them all while you're looking at that line, going all the way down, and kind of evening them up as you're going, so that they'll still maybe get a little cockeyedness to them, but not bad if you do it this way. You know, if you do it this way and then you try to fold it this, fold them all so where you can see the line and bring them down. Now that last little piece is going to be, and what I will do is I'll do this one, and I'll just do two of them. Now when I can see when I put these together, I am not going to need the first one, but I am going to need the second one, this one here. And so I'm just going to take my glue stick, glue those together. I should have folded it first. I can't rush when I'm on here. But you can still fold it. Fold it. And you can match up your lines to kind of make sure your pages are about the same size. It's paper. You can always mush it into shape afterwards. They're not exact. Alright, and so now here's the way. And what they're going to do is when you take these, you're going to fold them. One way is right and the other way. This is the right side because, whoop, did I do it backwards? Yeah, because this one is backwards. And you do these all the time and they come out perfect. That's another thing you need to check. Now I've cut this here with this extension on this side, but I can also add this. If it doesn't come out exactly, and just lay that down, put your first page down and your second page down, and you've mended that strip. Alright, so now we have that. So now when we go to start bending them, this one, you're going to fold this way, this way, this way, and you can push them. See, even though I folded them all the same way, they still will bend for me. And then I have that extra one. And then you just kind of straighten them up and pinch them. And then you've got your concertina folds on these. And then what I do is just run glue but I'm in the camera all the way down. Now these do come with instructions. I didn't fold that one right exactly. You just keep folding them back and forth, and I go back and trim. If I'm off at all, I'll just trim them. And now you've got the first part of your book. And you've got double-sided pages. They're just so cute. Now this is the last one. Make sure we've got it going up. Got it going up. I'm going to trim this edge because I don't need it. I just find it's easier if you leave both ends. That way, but you still make mistakes. I did earlier. I was like, what's going on? It's all upside down. And slide it just so that you get it right to that end. And now fold them once again. I can cut this one off because this is going to be the last one for the thing. Alright, now I'm going to come in and glue. I'm using the Scotch Create glue stick. Pam from the Paper Outpost uses this all the time, and I've tried so many other little glues, and I agree. I think this one is the best. Right, so now we're going this way. Just look at your page so it looks like it's folding correctly, and then just fold them up. They may need a little assistance. And then kind of, like I said, it's paper, so we can fiddle with them a little bit if we have to. And you got your little book. Got one page for some reason that wants to be a little longer. There we go. Okay, so now once you've got this, then the next step is you're going to take this, and you cut it out, and you're going to crease it because it does have a spine. And you're going to crease it at both those lines, and then fold these two together, and you can even put a little, I have a little bull clip, but you can put a little bull clip on there if you want to, but then fold these two before you glue it together. I find it's easier to get your marks in there first. Alright, now what you're going to do is take it, open it up. Now you'll notice I have some pretty paper in here which you won't see because it already has a side, but mine I did not get all the way out. And I am using my tacky glue on this. And you could sew this together if you wanted. You could do whatever you want. Now when you're taking these pages, make sure they meet up, press them together, and then work on your fold area and this area. And I will use my little flatten them out, refold them, you may want to wait a minute. Like right now I can see right there my cutting was a little off, so I can trim that. And so that's going to be our little book. Now you could do this a couple of different ways. Here's our pages that are going to go in there. Now you could add more pages in there if you're not. There's also some blank pages, so you can put blank pages in there. And we're just going to put it in here. Now what you want is for your folded edge to be out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that anymore. And I am going to distress my edges. So you don't see all that raw white pages in there. And if you really want to, you could take these, bend them back, do a little bit in there. You don't have to do all this. I just like the look of it. All those. Now this side we don't have to worry about inking because that's where it's going to glue. And then we're just going to take this. We've already got that fold line in there, so we're just going to put just some glue right down there. And we're going to take this and wish it in there so that you're getting right on those lines. And now I like to, and of course I'm not going to find my paper towel right now. I like to push it all the way up to the fold and just wipe a little bit so it doesn't stick your pages. And push it in. And then I just take one of these little bull clips and clip it to hold it there so I don't have to sit there and fold it the whole time. And that's your little miniature book. They're very easy to do, you know, and you could take and put a little hole through here, hang them on there's all kinds of things. And both G-Car, she has a video on how to use hers, and like I said, and they're a little bit thinner. But I have found when I made these, I did them both ways. I did them somewhere I just folded them in half, and somewhere I kind of gave it a little bit of a spine back there, like folding it just a little bit. And I think I like it with it folded just a little bit. So if you're doing that, that might be a trick. So that's our first mini. And like I said, I have all kinds of these, and you can decorate them up and do whatever you want to. But my journals, I thought I was done with them, but then I found all these other cool things, and so now these are going into my other journals. The second thing I got was from My Porch Prince. Are these, oh, he moved way over there while he's doing a little wiggle dance. I thought I printed, nope, I didn't. But they come out in a printable page. There's 5 butterflies per page. It's like $1 something, and you know, you can print them over and over again. And the directions tell you, and you cut out 3 different sizes of the butterflies. Now you could interchange the colors. This was my first time putting them together, so I just kind of stayed with what was together. Now the directions will tell you, now this is a white bobby pin. The bobby pins, the white ones, they're so old. I can't even bother. Can't even imagine how old they are. And I've had them and never had something to do for. But to make the little antennae that come out there. So what you do with these, and I left one set undone. And hopefully all the parts are still there. Then you start moving all this around. Let's see, but they're so cute because they're 3D, and I could just picture them in the journals. And I think I'm missing 2 parts. There's another one. That's the only bad part about these tiny little papers, because you always lose it. All right, won't put one in the bottom. And there's 3 different sizes, a large, a small, and a medium. And what you're going to do with these is, they're cut out with the butterflies, but you're going to take the central body and you're going to glue it down. And I'm gathering maybe there's one for each size of the body parts, and I'm guessing it's to help strengthen up the middle. But what I found is I do one and put it aside so it gives it a little bit of a chance. Now this medium one, I'm not going to put this on, but the top one I will, because I'm missing a part. So how is everyone today? It is sunny and bright, although my RV does not show light real well. It doesn't. I've got real heavy coatings on my windows, and so it stays fairly dark in here. And I've got one of those new lights. I'll tell you what, this light is one of those ones that looks like a fan, and it's got those, oh, it's not neon lights, what do they call them? Fiber optic lights in there. Oh. And they throw a lot of light, which really helps in here, because I have other areas. I was dyeing some fabric yesterday. I was rinsing it out today, and I was hoping to show you that, but the area where I do it in is too dark to film, and I've got to get some other kind of lighting source. But anyway, back to our butterflies. You're going to fold each one this is the way I found it best to do, so that this will help give separation to each one. And normally you would put the little body on there too, but I lost it somewhere. I don't think it's gonna make a lot of difference. And then I always put the glue on the smaller one, and you're gonna glue them one right on top of it, but a little staggered. You don't want one wing way above the other, so you do that. Wipe away any of your extra glue. That's why I said it's nice if you do one at a time. It gives it a little bit of time to let the glue set a little bit. All right, and now we've got the third one. We've got this on there. Now, the directions tell you not to put this one on yet, and to take your pin, I'll grab a bobby pin, bend it to the shape you want and put it right here. I didn't have much luck with that. Now I'm just taking these and bending them outwards. And you try it on here to make sure it's not too long. Like I need to bend it out a little bit more. There we go. And what I've done, let me grab I just grabbed a scrap of cardstock. I turned it over, and where the cardstock is going to go here, move my fat hands out of the way, and I use my tacky glue. And the first thing I did, big glob of glue. Let's stick that right down into it. And I'm going to pour a little bit more right on top, just to make sure. And now we're going to put glue all over this back portion. I just couldn't get that body part to fit over there and feel like it was secure. Where with this way, I can glue that right together, and then I can move this up just a hair so that I can get this to tack down right there. Don't mess up your butterflies, and then just let it sit, and you can always come back and rebend these out a little bit to wherever you want them. But aren't they cute? I just thought they were the cutest little things, and these will be going into my journals that I'm working on. But those are the miniatures, and like I said, you get 5 per paper, so there's 3, 4, and that's 5 that comes in one sheet of paper that you print out. So, and this was My Porch Prints has these. Now other people may have them, but that's where I got mine from, and they're one of my favorites to get them from. Now, this is not completed. Oops, sorry, I just whopped you around a little bit. But this is my purple and silver journal. It has these little things. A friend of mine, Benita, had picked up some fans from Dollar Tree, and I knew I wasn't going to use the fans, but she brought them down to me, so I kind of pulled them all apart, and this was from the fabric that was on the fans, and it's not, I don't know if it shows up as shiny on the thing. And then this was one of the other emblems on here. I love this fabric here. I used some rickrack. And then over here, these are some Swarovski's crystals and some glass tube beads. Now these I had made my mom a set of these, a bracelet, necklace, a watch with the Swarovski's crystals. I made her quite a few items with it, and now she's gone, and so I kind of wanted to still kind of use them somehow, and so I'm using them on these pieces, using a little bit. And then this is the back of it, and it has the machine stitching on the back of it. And then this is going to be the dangle that hangs from it. This is a fabric bead, and these are crystals also from that set of jewelry. And then I have one of these just about completed, except for the little things I'm making to put in there. And this is the little notebook that we made the other day. It's going to go in here. And then this one is going to go in here. And it's going to have, there's a couple of those there. So, and all the pages are sewn. And I just have a few more things, some more ribbons to put on here. But these are going, and these are, they're tied in with elastic so that you can remove them and put new ones in there, so that your cover is reusable, so it doesn't have to just stick with just that one. And so that one's just about ready to go. I thought it was going to be ready sooner, but this is another one that's going to go into my Etsy, and this one's a blue jean one, and it's got the pockets. This one has a double pocket on the back, and it has a single pocket, and I don't know if I've got it upside down or if I can. Now this hasn't been opened in a while. Now this is a little wallet. And it is not completed yet. And it has all embossed paper, so it's like faux leather. This also has a pretty little paper clip with the little flowers on it. This is a bookmark. Has room for journaling on the back. This is an envelope that opens. Inside of it is some paper for you to write on. And it's kind of steampunky. This was a print that I had done. Now these are book pages, and I have stamped them, and then I have made little cards to go with them, and these are all stamped, and it says volume. This one has little music on it, and then it's got a little paper pull. And that one has whispering. So all those are in there. Well, this has a lot of my dyed paper. This is like a brick wall type look. Now this is paper that I have put gesso on it, so that it gives it a little more grit and a little thickness to it. This has got the gesso on it. This has got the gesso on it. So there are quite a few pages in here to see where that goes. And now this is the other side of that dyed paper. Dyed and stenciled. Here's the back side of it. And here is some graph paper. And in here I have stamped some of the edge pieces on here. You've got a little notebook. Another little paper notebook. And then you've got some thistle Well, we're back. Let's see how well this does. It just cut off. Now on here, this is a burrito wrap, and it has stickles on the side and some papers, and I have stamped all around it, and inside there on both sides you have this, which is another little paper packet, and then you've got some little tags on here. I think that's washi tape on there. Now, and there's some graph paper. Here is another piece of paper that I have dyed. Some more paper that has been dyed with stencils. This is a band that has been stenciled, and then inside are some writing pages. There. And then they slip into this band, which is made from an envelope. It goes under there. This one has got fabric, it's stenciled, stamped. This is a little from a paper, and it opens up, and it has two pockets. I think this is a little paper pack. Yep. And then on the other side are some tags, and that just slips right into that pocket. This is some more stamping. I believe these are Tim Holtz stamps that I used. This is another one that was stenciled, and I think it was an envelope. And here's another, lots of paper backs in this one. So lots of little extra ways to do that. Now this is some of the paper that's been folded and pleated. It was the leftovers that I had from a painting that I had done. Here's this. This is some more pages that are stamped and all. More pages. This is more of the hand-dyed papers. This is the back end of that. Now this here, this is hand-painted paper. And these are all hand-dyed papers. And you've got more of this ephemera in here. These are all hand-dyed and painted papers. Regular paper to write on, and these you can write on all of them this way. More hand-dyed paper. Hand-dyed paper. I think that was from a painting that I did. Now this one still has a little bit more to be done before it's done, and here's the center of this one, and it's tied. Band up at the top, another little paper pack with You on My Mind. This is cut out. You cut out the tree, and this was the leftovers, and I thought it was too pretty just to get rid of the willow tree, so I put that on there. The bicycle, belly band with another bookmark, a little postcard up underneath there that'll have a tie on it. So these are almost done. I just need to do the last finishing touches on these. They all have little things. And then here in the back is another little booklet. Now this is a, you put it through your die cutter to this, and then I hand cut out all the little stars. And then it's just a little paper packet. We can maybe do a little bit of artwork in there, or there's something else in here. Oh yeah. This is my little red, white, and blue, and I don't know if you can see all the little sparklies on it. And this one opens up. It opens up, and it has some tags here, and tags all over here. So it has lots of tags, and then I went and put some lines in so that you could do some journaling on this. And then it ties. And so that's the blue jean one, and I still have to put in the ties, and I will make this one also so that these will be removable. They'll be in here and you can take them in and out. But this is another one I've got ready to go. So I've got quite a few just little finishing touches. And then just a quick look at the last two, and then we'll be done. This is the purple one, and then I'm going to put a few more objects in here, and she's pretty stuffed. I think she's beautiful. I have a hard time getting rid of this one. I'm waiting for some ribbon to come in to tie it. And then here is the pink one, and this one has all kinds of vintage lace. This was a little vintage cocktail napkin. I've done some stitching and some beadwork on here. I've done some embroidery on here. Now this was done on the napkin before, but this I've done the embroidery on. I've gone through and repaired this from this doily. It's just pretty, but it had some little flaws in it, so I went through and repaired that. It has the big pockets here, and I put some ribbon along that. And then we've got all kinds of things in here, and I'll go back, and it does have two signatures in there, and I just need to sew in the holders, and then that's the back of that one. So a lot to look at today. Hopefully you have found these, the little miniatures to be helpful. I hope you try some of them. If so, show them to me and let me know. Like I said, you can put little lace on there. I put some paper books on there. There's all kinds of things. So we've gotten all of these, and we've gotten our little butterflies. The next thing I got from My Porch Prints are these doors. I just love these little doors, and I got to figure out how we're going to use them yet. But they're all decorated and everything, and you just cut them out, and so then you just open the doors, and you can put a little surprise behind them. Put like a little latch, something that ties, so they have to open it. So much cool stuff. And this is the next one that I'm working on. I had this wisteria fabric that I had gotten, and so this is one of the next book pages. It doesn't have the pockets or the ties in it yet, but isn't that just beautiful with the little hummingbirds peeking out? But I can't wait for this one to be done. And so happy crafting. I hope you guys are well. If you find that you like my channel, please subscribe. Leave a comment if you can. That helps me. Thank you to my new subscribers. I'm growing a little bit. That makes me so happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to try and do different days. Today was like our miniatures. I'm going to try tomorrow to work on my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So each day I'll try to bring in something different to you and see how things are going to go from there. All right, thank you, and have a blessed day.